Ok, bonjour. C'est aujourd'hui jeudi le 14 novembre. Okay, so today you're going to be working independently. There's a lot of work to be done. So as you're working at your own pace, if you don't finish in class, you should finish at home. But hopefully we'll get everything done today. Okay, au début, comme toujours, like every day, you can pause the recording, write down the date, and then do the starter, which is la préparation. Can you list 3 words in French to describe your daily routine without even looking in your notes? So pause and go ahead and do that. OK, voilà, bravo. Aujourd'hui, qu'est-ce qu'on fera? Alors, c'est qu'on va apprendre de nouveaux vocabulaire pour la routine, pour communiquer notre routine quotidienne. Alors, par exemple, le chat ici, il se réveille, il est génial, il retourne à dormir. Voilà. OK, qu'est-ce qu'on fera? So, you're going to need the blue Bien dit deux textbook, which is on the bookshelf, and then you're going to open it to pages 158 and 159. So go ahead, please, and pause the recording while you grab that book. Bon, OK. So on pages 158 and 159 of the textbook, you'll notice loads of vocabulary. In fact, we're going to add 46 vocabulary words. That sounds like a lot, but in reality, they're all pieces that come together, some of which you've seen already. Now, you can do this on your own in the book and try to kind of figure it out. Or if you're okay with the pausing and stopping and copying, if you follow along in the video, I am going to share some teachable information that you may want to listen to. Okay, premièrement, la routine quotidienne. So I believe we've seen this already. Routine means routine, quotidienne, daily. So I'm going to stop saying pause, write this down, but that's what you should be doing. You've seen new vocab. You've heard me explain the meaning. So now you would pause, write it down, write down the meaning in your notes, and then be ready for the next one. And the next one is une journée. Une journée is all along the day. It's often translated as day, but it's kind of what happens throughout a day. Not like Tuesday is my favorite day of the week. This is different. This is throughout today, I was busy. Ma journée aujourd'hui était super occupée, super chargée, si vous voulez. Typique looks like typical. It is typical. Put them together, une journée typique, and then you have a typical day. La matinée means morning. Ma matinée, therefore, means my morning. Le réveil. So you notice in the book, they don't really point this out, but le réveil is your alarm clock. So if I want to say my alarm clock, I would say mon réveil. Remember those possessive adjectives. Ma for a feminine thing, mon for a masculine thing. My alarm clock. And sonner, it looks like to sound, and that's what it means. So it means to ring. Sonner, to sound or to ring. Mon réveil sonne à 6 heures. My alarm clock rings at 6 o'clock. Je me réveille à 6 heures. So don't confuse it with that vocabulary that we already saw. Me and réveiller. Okay, so I just wanted to, oh boy, I have to quickly go through them all. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a minute because I wanted to remind you that se réveiller, remember with these reflexive verbs, we take the endings, we treat it like an ER verb, but depending who the subject is, we change the reflexive pronoun. So when je is a subject, For regular ER verb, we take the ER off and the ending is E. But because it's a reflexive verb, the se is going to change to me. Now, if this is confusing, look back in your notes from last week, Friday, and also the homework sheet you had a little bit of an explanation as well. But hopefully you're looking at that and thinking, ah yes, je me réveille, I wake myself up at 6. Prendre un bain, to take a bath. So prendre is one of our irregular verbs. So, excuse me, on your verb card, if you don't recall it, it's not completely an RE verb, but in the singular side, it does look that way. Je prends un bain, I take a bath. Le savon, that means soap. La baignoire, that is the bathtub. La brosse, the brush, and it can be, we'll see it mean hairbrush and also toothbrush, really any kind of brush you need. That's what we got. Le sèche-cheveux. So sécher is to dry. So this is the hair dryer. Se sécher les cheveux. So now all of a sudden we have a verb. What kind of verb? Well, it's got the se in front of it, so it's a reflexive verb. So how would we say, I dry my hair with a hair dryer? Why don't you pause and try and write that in your notes? I dry my hair with a hair dryer. Is this what you came up with? Je me sèche les cheveux avec un sèche-cheveux. Hopefully it is. Je me sèche les cheveux with un sèche-cheveux. Se brosser, I believe you saw that already. It means to brush oneself. S'habiller, to dress oneself. Not to dress someone else, but to dress yourself. So therefore, to say, I dress myself, je m'habille. I dress myself. So notice what happened to the SE and the ME in front of the vowel sound. Just like je in front of a vowel sound, we drop the E and make it apostrophe. Okay, and there's a reminder of what happens when you are conjugating a reflexive verb. Most of them are regular ER verbs. So when je is the subject, we'd expect it to end in E, and it does. And when tu is the subject, we'd expect it to end in ES and onwards. But the se changes because je is the subject, it changes to me. Because tu is the subject, it changes to te. Oh la la. And you've seen all that. Okay. La brosse à dents. So the first one, la brosse à dents, brush of the teeth, a toothbrush. And I jumped a bit there, but le dentifrice means toothpaste. Le lavabo, the sink. Je me brosse les dents. So again, notice this word changes to show who is brushing whom, and therefore it's redundant to say my teeth. I myself brush the teeth. It means I brush my own teeth. I brush my teeth. Se maquiller, to put on makeup. Elle se maquille. Again, a regular ER reflexive verb. Le miroir, the mirror. Le mascara, and if you don't know what mascara is, it's like this inky liquid that people put on their eyelashes. Le maquillage, makeup. Le rouge à lèvres, lipstick. And se lever, Se lever, excusez-moi, to get oneself up, but don't forget, this is a E consonant, ER verb, so in the boot, you want to add an accent there. So here we have a part of the boot, je me lève. Now, I just want to mention that these are timed out videos, so if I am cut off, then simply go back to the web page and play video 2. Okay, but from your book, à la page 159, on page 159, you see this picture. Je prends une douche. I take a shower. So une douche is the word for shower. I'm not sure if we saw that somewhere. You can also say je me douche. I shower myself. So you have that in your notes as well. And here, je me lave, se laver, to wash les cheveux. Prendre un bain, to take a bath. Je prends un bain. I feel like we saw that on the other slide. You can also say je prends une douche, as you see above, to take. La serviette, towel. Le rasoir, razor. Le peigne, well, if se peigner means to comb, le peigne means the comb. And we knew that se peigner, to comb, and to say I comb myself, je me peigne. Lots of vocab. Se préparer. So you notice in the book on page 159, he looks like he's ready to go. He's dressed, he's brushed, he's eaten breakfast. He has prepared himself. Se préparer. And you would say, je me prépare. I am ready. Je me prépare. I get ready. Sorry. Se coiffer, to coif one's hair, to style one's hair. S'en aller. So here's the verb aller, to go, with a, well, it's a preposition that's replacing a plus a place, and it's reflexive. It's all kind of confusing in this format. What does it mean to get going? So putting it together, je m'en vais. I'm out of here. I'm going. I get going. Tu t'en vas. Right? So the verb aller is conjugated according to the subject. You still have the reflexive pronoun, but because it's followed by a vowel, it's just M apostrophe, T apostrophe. How would you say he's getting going? Il s'en va. Okay? You see that? Nous nous en allons, vous vous en allez, ils s'en vont. Really, the first two are what you most often hear. Okay, so that was all pretty. Write it down, start to study it. These next ones are a little more complex, and we are going to talk about them together, but for now, get them in your notes. En premier means first, as in firstly, like first thing I do in the morning. Ensuite, next. Chaque. So it's just this word chaque, really, that you want. But chaque means each. But each what? Chaque matin, each morning. Chaque mardi, each or every Tuesday. Chaque Novembre, each or every November. So chaque to mean each or every in front of no matter what the word is. Chaque enfant, every child. Avant de means before, but I wanted to point out that this structure, the de, is used when it's followed by the infinitive form of a verb, and we will talk about that more on Friday. Tous les deux, what? Each of the two, all of the two, every 2 days. Tous les deux semaines, every 2 weeks. Every other, it means. En même temps que followed by a subject and then a verb. So that structural part we'll talk about more, but in the meantime, en même temps que means at